Welcome to another edition of the Kathy Kennedy Show. I am KK. So glad you've joined us today. Boy, we've got some great stuff in today's program, including Dave Bennett. Dave is the newest addition to our guide family, and if you do any sort of fishing out on Lake of the Woods, this is a guy that you're going to want to pay attention to. He certainly knows the lake very well and is going to have some great tips. That is on the way. Also today, we are going to take a look at your entertainment guide. There are a few big shows coming to Winnipeg in the next couple of weeks. We're going to tell you all about them and how you can get yourself some tickets to those shows. Fast 5 Extra. This is something we are introducing today. These are 5 stories that didn't quite make it onto my Facebook Fast 5. We'll give you those. And we'll wrap up today's show with part 2 of my interview with Gord Pizer, the doctor of fishing. All of that is on the way. We've got a lot to get to, so let's get started. We're going to kick off today's show with our guide report, and this time around we are going to feature Dave Bennett. And Dave is very well known and certainly very well respected when it comes to fishing on Lake of the Woods. So let's take a listen to see what's biting and where, and we do that for our friends at Girton Marine, a division of Girton Equipment. Here's Dave.
Hi Kathy, Dave Bennett here. I'm going to be bringing you reports from giant Lake of the Woods. Lake of the Woods borders Manitoba, Minnesota, but most of it is in Ontario. I live in Kenora, Ontario, which is at the north end of Lake of the Woods, but I grew up in Sioux Narrows, Ontario, which is over on the east side. So from time to time, I'm going to be bringing you reports from the Whitefish Bay area. But today, I'm going to talk about the north central section of Lake of the Woods and a little bit about the walleyes right now. Right now, the walleyes in the north central section of Lake of the Woods are doing a variety of things. You can catch some fish trolling shorelines and shoreline breaks in 10 to 15 feet of water with crankbaits, and you can catch some fish out on offshore humps in 25 to 35 feet of water. If you're going to go looking for those fish, you just want to do a simple presentation, a jig and a minnow or a Lindy rig and a leech, and just slowly move along the break lines on the humps, offshore humps, and you're going to catch all kinds of walleyes. So thanks. That's my first report. Looking forward to seeing you again soon.
All right, time for a look at our entertainment guide. And if you love your beer, let me tell you, you are going to love this. It is the Flatlanders Beer Festival, and it's an annual event that takes place down at the Winnipeg Convention Center. This year it runs September 5th and 6th. And if you're wondering, what's a beer festival? Well, it gives you a chance to sample beers from around the world. It's a really cool event. Tickets for the Flatlanders Beer Festival available through Ticketmaster. Do you love your country music? If so, there is a show that you don't want to miss. Dwight Yoakam is going to be hitting the stage at the Burton Cummings Theatre coming up on Tuesday, September the 10th. Tickets start at $63 and again, available through Ticketmaster. Finally, speaking of music, if you love the 1960s, boy, is there a show coming up for you. Herman's Hermits, featuring the one and the only Peter Noon. They are going to be rolling into town at McPhillips Street Station Casino, and that is happening Thursday, September 12th. All you need to do is check the casino box office or Ticketmaster for more details. All right, time for a look at our Fast 5 Extra, and we start with the great pot debate. It is apparently raging on, and you can thank Liberal leader Justin Trudeau for that. Trudeau admitted in an interview late last week that he continued to smoke marijuana. Well, that news actually prompted some local reaction from some Winnipeg City councillors. 3 council members, Ross Eady, Brian Mays, and Jenny Gerbasi, all admitted to previous marijuana use. Those who like it hot were certainly loving this past weekend. Environment Canada actually had to issue a humidex advisory for much of southern Manitoba. Temperatures went through the roof. Here's the news, folks. It's going to stay hot and very humid for the rest of the week in southern Manitoba. There's a product recall that we want to tell you about. It is a labeling error which is causing Personnel Cold and Flu Extra Strength as well as Personnel Flu Relief to be pulled from store shelves. Both products, by the way, manufactured by Vita Health Products. Well, all is not well in at least one Kardashian household. Khloe Kardashian's husband, Lamar Odom, who you may know as an NBA superstar, he's apparently gone missing. Nobody can find him, not family or friends. And what they're worried about is that Lamar may be on a drug binge. Apparently, Odom has been battling a crack addiction for the past couple of years. Finally today, in case you missed it yesterday, Japan won the Little League World Series. What a game it was. They beat California 6-4, and it was the 9th time that the series, in series history, that Japan has taken the top title. Man, it was exciting to watch those kids play. All right, we're going to wrap up today's show with part 2 of my interview with the Doctor of Fishing, Gord Pizer. And Gord was in town last weekend. He was at the brand new Cabela's store giving a couple of different seminars on fishing. Of course, what else would he be talking about? And I caught up with him and actually his grandson, Liam, who was a real treat, and decided to do a little chatting in the lobby of the Cabela's store. So take a listen to our chat, which is brought to you by our friends at Union Insurance, who remind you, you can still get your Fish Future trailer plates at Union Insurance. $70 will get you the plate. $30 of that money goes right back to the Fish Futures organization. Here's Gord. We are going to do what we call our Fast Five.
Okay.
Quick 5 questions, Gord. I've heard from a few people, and there's some dissension in the ranks on this, so I want to get your take. Bright day, bright lure, dark day, dark lure, your thoughts?
You know, that's always a good starting point.
Okay.
But that's all it is a starting point. So yes, don't get locked into those sorts of things. In fact, if there's a secret with Bob, Al Lindner, hopefully myself and some of the better anglers, it's always to be right out on the edge. So think outside the box.
Okay.
Yes, those are good starting points, but don't, you might start your day there, don't end it there.
Okay, that's good to know. My next question for you would be then, winter fishing, summer fishing?
You know, that again, when it's summertime, Liam even said to me today, Grandpa, what do you like more, ice fishing or open water? And I like whatever we're doing today. People will always say to me, what's your favorite fish? And my favorite fish is the one that's biting right now. Kathy, I can lay on a dock with 10, 5 and 6 and 7-year-olds, and we'll fish for pumpkin seeds that big.
Yep.
And when I'm doing it, that's my favorite fish.
That is awesome to hear. All right, next one. Full moon, no moon?
The moon is really important. More important, actually, believe it or not, is moon rise, and no one ever thinks about it. Every day we have a sunrise and a sunset. Well, every day we also have a moon rise and a moonset. And those daily moon rises and moon sets are far more important than the lunar cycle, if you will. So what you should do on your GPS unit, punch in and find out when the moon rises today. And believe it or not, some days it's 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. When you see when moon rises, be on your best spot.
Oh, listen to that tip, ladies and gentlemen. All right, Led Zeppelin or the Beatles?
The Beatles.
Hamburgers or hot dogs?
Hamburgers.
Nice. I cannot thank you enough, Mr. Pizer,
Oh,
for taking the time. Seriously, this is a dream come true for me as someone who has mentors. You certainly would be one of them, and this has just been such a treasure. So thank you so much for spending some time with us.
Kathy, thank you.
And thank you, Liam, and best of luck to you on the water, although I don't think this kid needs any luck. I would say not. I think he's going to be out fishing Grandpa for quite some time.
And here's an open invitation. You get to Kenora, we'll take you out on Lake of the Woods.
I'm taking Mr. Pizer on.
And it's not Mr., it's Gord.
Thanks so much. Thank you so much for joining us today. We hope to see you back here later this week, right here on YouTube. Have a great day. Bye-bye.